Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Hardspace Shipbreaker. And we are using the TF talkies because they're fun, so TF me to your heart's content. Yeah, I used the last TF game jam to add shape-shifting to Scar. We were talking a little bit about Pawn Morpher and other TF things for games, just to bring everybody that might watch the recording up to speed.
Nah. Yippee.
We'll go with this. I don't care for the station hopper ones.
I didn't know. I guess that makes sense. Like, Game Jam's more than just video games. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I definitely like the TF mechanics in Scar.
Salvage is secured. Applying credit.
I am glad to hear it. But I also agree with what GibGab said. You have the ability. You don't have, but your priorities are lying elsewhere. But do not say that you can't do something.
Any clever person with the ability to learn can do pretty much anything with the right resources. So, yes.
I think, though, Garou putting his focus on his education and his job is pretty important, though, right now.
Well, sure. I'm just. I don't want him to be the. I am putting my paw down on his can't attitude on everything.
That is fair.
I guess my can't is more of a I really wish that I had the time to do the thing, because it is something that I think is very cool, and the more I say that, the more likely I am going to take action to do something like that. At least in my mind. Because I'm actually vocalizing the thing that I want.
Just don't get so caught up in the things that you might not have time to do right now that you forget to do the things you do have time to do right now.
Yeah.
It's always like most of what I hear from you is can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. But you can. You've got an easier time of doing, or a better chance of being able to pull off a lot of this than I would. Because you've actually got the foundational knowledge for how to do this stuff.
But there's a common misconception, but that's fair. I mean, yeah, I went to school for computer science, but a lot of people are self-taught these days. A lot of the people who make the things aren't even having the background that I have, so my background doesn't put me ahead as much as one might think.
But it does put you ahead. Might not be as much as as you think, I think. But it does put you ahead.
Like, when you look at some of the people that have made things, it's usually like the inventor of Undertale or Cave Story. They were out there making mods in their early teens. They were out there making this stuff on their own without any kind of outside influences.
This probably isn't a good conversation to have on stream, to be honest, you two.
Why not?
Okay.
Because I know Garou very well, and this probably isn't a great conversation to be having on stream. Sorry.
Sorry? That thanks for the compliments and the confidence boosts, Zim. I appreciate that you'd want to see me do something amazing like that. It's very nice. And that's one of the things that makes him really cool, is he'll just say, well, why not? Go do the thing. Go move the mountain and make the things. But yeah. Oh, stuff broke.
Oh,
Zim
Didn't
was
break,
opening
you just
airlocks.
decompressioned.
I saw sparks. That usually means something's expensive.
Oh, it's not red.
I am specifically getting everything decompressed.
I actually find there's very few times you can take apart a ship without having to explosively decompress at least part of it.
Yeah.
Airlock depressurizing.
Especially in the late game.
Because, like, there's usually only an airlock between you and space, and, like, every room has its own regulators and doors, and whenever you activate a regulator, it closes all the doors, and if you cut the doors, the regulators don't work.
Yeah, that was my big idea. I was like, hey, Kuroi, you should just, like, break the door first, and then the siphon will just take all the air out. But apparently that doesn't work, for some reason.
Yeah, I do not get that.
I get it, I don't like it. Because imagine it this way, that regulator has to store that air. It's not making air or putting it, it's storing it somewhere. So it's got limited storage capacity within each regulator. If you exceed the storage capacity of the air regulator, okay, sure, it could make the air thin, but it can't decompress the chamber completely.
Well, then how does it do the opposite? Like, you know, when you have a bunch of decompression and then you fix it and then turn it back on, it
Because you
fills the room.
can't do that?
I thought the regulator would let you recompress the room after decompression.
It does.
No, you decompress the room and, well, if you decompress it with the regulator, you can repressurize the room, but if it decompresses, the regulators get ripped off the wall.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So you can't use it to regulate if the room has been explosively decompressed.
I hadn't considered that. Okay, well then it does all make sense.
Well, at least that's how it makes sense in my head. I could be wrong, but that's just how it works in my head.
And my problem is I see all these things as game mechanics, and I often don't see the underlying simulation unless...
This one very much feels like they put a lot of effort into trying to go, this is probably what it's actually like to, like, deconstruct a ship in space.
Oh yeah.
With this kind of technology. Like, they put a lot of effort into paying attention to how pressures of things. Like, you can make a ship shear itself in half and render half of the stuff to junk because you pulled the part too big and it folded back on itself.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It will like wrench the ship in half and turn everything into slag.
Well, how does it do that? Because of decompression?
Weight.
Wait. Oh.
The weight of what you're moving if you can move something heavy enough, and it will shear off the side of the ship and destroy everything.
Oh, like from collisions.
Like this thing that Zim is peeling off the ship now. If something was still attached and he started using his tethers to rip it off, he would probably rip it and break it.
Well, I mean...
Or if something with it collided as he was moving it, it would rip it and break it.
Yeah, that's always good.
But they put a lot of effort into, if you're going to deconstruct the ship, you gotta, like, I'm a little worried about that, but he's deactivated it, so it should be fine. Oh, you've disconnected the thruster. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah. I turned the lever to empty it.
Zim is a seasoned professional at this.
I mean, to be honest, I'm getting pretty good at it too. It doesn't mean I don't make the odd boom Alt F4 cut.
Boom. Well, no more ship. No more money.
All set for. All set for.
Honestly, it's a good learning experience. Anytime you don't die, you can just make that back with 500 more ships.
Oh no, dying's fine because you just respawn if you die.
Yeah, and if you die because you fell into the processor, you get a whole $3.14 off your debt, or something like that.
Be right
Not
back
quite.
real quick.
Because you have to pay for the replacement you.
Well,
Which is
yeah,
like
but
100,000.
at least if you
But you get a
die, yeah, you get a small discount for the value of
The
your
trade-in.
body.
Yeah, all the stuff your body is made out of.
That also depends if you're playing with spares on. Although I feel like the story would take in a very different tone if you chose the no spares option.
Yeah,
Because they're talking about how they're holding everyone hostage with their spares, but like, you're not in a spare. So
I
So,
don't think that I doubt that the story changes if you're playing with the no spares version, but it might.
I don't think the story will change, but I think it'll be a case of like, it's I don't know. You did just push a button and wake up on the spaceship. Maybe you're already in a spare.
Probably just different contract terms, and it's more the notion that they own your body until you get done with your term, so you can't leave. They could be full ISB with like a remote power switch that just turns your brain off if you don't do what they tell you.
I mean, that is already what they. Well, they do that even when we do tell them what. Even when we do what they tell us to do. That's the end of our shift.
Well, there you go.
They
So you
literally turn us off.
then there you go. You understand how they could take away your spare without you. Yeah, they hold you hostage because they literally can turn you on and off.
They just
Or
bring
you
a
can
shot
run.
for you.
When it comes to the game, though, I will say definitely that this is one of my prime examples of how if you're gonna do one thing, do it real good. Like they did a they literally all the game has is just this.
Dismembering ships.
And they did a phenomenal job with it. And I think more games should actually should actually do that.
It's one of two different types of game philosophy types. You either go deep or you go wide, and they went very deep.
Well, a lot of them try to go wide and then just miss the mark on everything. There are a few
then you have. Oh, sorry.
There are a few exceptions to that, like the case of Stardew Valley, for example.
I was gonna say Dave the Diver is a prime example of a game that just went really wide. That was really good. I think my only criticism on Dave the Diver is, it's literally ADD the game.
Like, Tears of the Kingdom, that was a really wide game.
It was also very deep, in my opinion, but
Yeah.
like, have
Well-
you tried Dave the Diver Zim?
I have not.
It's literally like you have your objective, and then you have all your little daily tasks that you can do. But they're all kind of optional, but they're all really fun because they're all little mini games. And your list of daily tasks just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And at no point do you feel like any of them are a chore. But at some point you sit there and go, wow, this is really just 1,000 games in one. This is just ADD the game.
Nice. But sometimes if you have too many mechanics, they can compete with each other. A prime example is modded Minecraft. Or you can just add more and more mods to do more and more things, more and more different ways, but you'll end up with redundancies. Tears of the Kingdom, you know, you'd have all these mechanics, but, you know, you can just cook infinite food and speedrun the game.
Mods are a great example of how successful being focused can be as well. Because very few mods, if you really look at them, try to do too much. Like Minecraft, you've got applied energistics. It's just storage. Well, you know, storage, auto-crafting, and such, but...
Logistics, yeah.
I was like, applied
Logistics
logistics. You mean the mod that's basically a giant factory?
Yeah, it kind of mission creeped
But
itself over the last decade.
it's still at the base of it, logistics.
Yes. You're right. Just logistics in a gathering crafting game is a big deal. But yes, you're right. It is just logistics.
It doesn't do the gathering for you. What?
I'm pretty sure it can.
It can, but you have to do it first.
Well, some of the stuff, like nowadays, modern AE, you have to automate the production of your Certus Quartz crystals. And so it does do that within itself, but for other materials, you're right. It will interface with things that'll auto-gather, but for the most part, it itself is only able to produce the things that only it has, like Skystone
fair.
and Certus.
That's fair. I guess I
feel
figure
like people
I
are
consider
arguing
the
just for the sake of
combination with...
arguing.
I mean, we're just spitballing logistics, but fair enough.
Yeah, just talking for the sake of talking about stuff. But it is interesting.
But yes, you're right. It went really deep into logistics, and that's why when you say that, it's kind of like, because you're right. It does only do logistics. It just does it very, very, very well.
Yeah. And that sometimes those mechanics end up spurring their own games. Like, one of the things was like
Tech was Factorio.
IC2, yeah, became Factorio, and we had a whole genre of video game come from a Minecraft mod, and then like
Or Warcraft.
To be
had,
fair, that has happened to other games too. Like, yeah.
And I think things like PUBG and the like, they had their roots in like the old Minecraft Hunger Games things, where they'd have everyone would start in an arena, and then they just set you loose, and you could go and find gear to prepare to deal with other players. And
I'm
then
pretty
they'd
sure
shrink
that was
down the
started
phone.
by Ark. But
Ark? Minecraft
Yeah.
was way before Ark, but
no, I was
a lot of
saying-
games.
I meant PUBG was probably more inspired by Ark. But yeah.
I don't think so.
Because there was a game mode in Ark where you just get dropped in with a bunch of people and it was really hostile. It's just it was very long form, and PUBG kind of feels like it recreates that on a much more Rust schedule, but like it's just shorter rounds. But
Whereas I thought it was the Minecraft mod. Who knows? It's not always so clear cut. Like...
I'm pretty sure it is Minecraft mods.
fair enough.
But
I mean,
yeah,
one could argue Ark was inspired by Minecraft as well, so...
Oh, yeah.
that
I
whole
mean,
genre,
Ark is
yeah.
literally Ark is Minecraft, but worse and with dinosaurs.
Yeah, Ark is Rust,
Yeah.
but with dinosaurs, and Rust is Minecraft with like.
I mean, I liked Conan Exiles.
of course.
Conan Exiles was fun.
Yes, but
What
then
does
they
that
tease
have
me
to-
with all.
What does that have to do
It's
with
this- It's literally the same sort of game.
Just another
Ah.
random aside. But hey, it's got were hyenas in it, so I was very interested.
And full frontal nudity and like magic and a very fun modding community that created some fun mods both gameplay wise and loot wise.
But they didn't have playable were hyenas, which is disappointing.
No, but you could like make yourself transform into Eldritch Abomination Cthulhu like monsters.
Well, yeah, the deity thing, but
But
yeah.
that was actually no, that was part of the whole sorceries thing. Like
Yeah.
if you weren't careful with your sorcery magic, you could become corrupted and turn into Eldritch Abominations.
Well, that's cool. I never got into that. That would have been fun. But they showed you all the were hyenas, and they had like the were hyena god that you could end up
Yeah.
following.
But yeah, no, the reason why I brought up Conan was just because I've literally heard Conan describe that exact same way, because it's basically the same sort of thing, just with a Conan skin.
Yeah, I'm... Don't get me wrong, I love the concept of Ark, but it is a shitty game.
I didn't
Yeah.
like Ark. I did not like Ark.
Ark had potential. It had the dinosaurs thing in it. They also had this mode that was going to let you play as the creatures, which I was so hyped about, but then they just never released it. They made like a trailer for it and everything.
Ark can be summarized as... Here, have more dinosaurs! Okay, could you fix the game now? More dinosaurs!
You know what it is? It's
okay,
Janet with the cactuses.
That's nice. Okay, can we have, can you fix the game now? More dinosaurs!
You mean fix the game by adding more dinosaurs? Because we got you covered.
I'm still reminded of Janet with the cactus.
Yes.
Oh, I have a patch. It'll fix the game. Are you sure? Yes. You sure you have a patch that'll fix the game? Yes. It's not dinosaurs. Correct. I have a patch that'll fix the game. Here you go. More dinosaurs.
Warning. Fuel levels are low. Fuel supplies are available for purchase at the Master Jack.
Sorry.
So is that stuck to something? Why is it not coming apart?
It is.
It's
It's
probably
just
very heavy.
incredibly slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just really heavy. So if
Which
you look
just
at it, see
means
how it's
more
I'm sorry.
Which just means more tethers.
If I may, can I explain to Geru how it's working?
Go for it.
So basically, see how he's looking at it and it says cut level 2? Technically, he could cut that into smaller pieces with his sparkless detonators, but they cost points and, well, honestly, they're kind of dangerous.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not worried about those.
Fair enough. I assume they get a bit more
sparkless.
reliable once you finish upgrading them.
Yeah.
They're
Is there a way
sparkless.
to extract... So I've had a few fuel tankers where it's like the oil tank is... Like, the fuel tank is stuck and I cannot get it out without removing the cut marks that need level 2 cutting.
You need to
Um,
get upgrades to do it, really.
You have... Yeah, so you have to have them upgraded enough to be able to be more controlled and focused explosions, I'm guessing?
Yeah. Basically.
Okay.
How does the upgrade
So-
work?
So I wasn't screwing up by blowing them up then. I just have no choice at this point.
You
trade
do
coins.
have some things that you can do on that front to mitigate it. Like putting the explosives as far away from the rest as you... as far away from the tank as you can, and things along those lines, but... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Upgrades do several different things, Aharo.
Yeah, you
Oh?
get them with
Ah.
coins.
There's
As
one that
you
increases. Oop,
as you salvage things, you get these points that you can then trade in for various upgrades.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're called Lynx coins.
tokens.
Lynx tokens,
I-
yes.
You know, I'm assuming every time you upgrade, it costs more and more tokens.
It
Better
depends on
upgrade.
the upgrade.
So it's like an upgrade tree, and the higher level stuff on the trees usually costs more.
Gotcha.
And like you can eventually own the weapons so that you don't have to pay rental on them.
Tool?
Oh,
Someone played
sorry.
Dead Space. I can't help
Eh,
it. But
I mean, no, I'm more just thinking about a certain character that they're going to be very useful against.
Fair.
Okay, I have no idea.
So, oh, if I could get him with my grav grapple, the things I could do. Tonk, tonk.
That just makes me think of the thing they were fighting yesterday in the castle.
Bruh, I've never been more upset to see not dead trending on Twitter.
Oh,
Let's... Winnie, before you
Political.
go further with this, please remember we are on stream.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Registered. Transferring credits.
Because I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Because I saw that whole something briefly myself. But yeah.
Salvage deposit
Stream.
secured.
And I don't want to get into nonsense.
Fair enough.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit.
Oh wow, Rex just commented about the art. He said, "Sheesh, that's a gnarly thing happening over there. Hope Bren's having fun."
Huh?
Aw. Oh, I showed Rex the art that I sketched.
Oh.
Because he doesn't get to keep up with all the tabletops, so I said, "Oh, this is pretty much what happened, minus the die being cut in half. That was an artistic liberty."
He could.
5 minutes left, Cutter.
And that was more just playing on the notion of, oh, you know, Rain being the cheater is like, oh, you know, he always gets these nat ones. But what if he just like used his aura there to cause people to get nat ones on their tens? It was fun. I can't wait to see what happens to you in 2 weeks. That's gonna
Yes,
be
Docs.
exciting.
We are planning to do recallers tonight.
And yeah. Hopefully we don't see Ren on recallers.
Why?
It was
Why
more a
would-
joke.
No.
Oh yeah,
The-
the Nat 1 trades.
So this is also because there was talk about like removing him from this plane of existence. It's like, oh, well, does that mean he goes to recallers?
Oh yeah.
I'm not
I
sure
wanna-
about.
Duke.
I
I'm
just
not-
want to pet the wild dog.
Paint?
I want to pet Paint.
and your
Doesn't
hands will
want a
get
pet
all
paint.
nice and colorful.
Wouldn't it be more interesting if they got fuzzy too?
I still have to get them. No, I think I still have to get Raijin the finger paint shirt.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I seem to have accidentally not, I think I accidentally forgot to grab one of the fuses for this. Oops.
Oh no. Did it go bzzzt?
Yeah.
Were the lights red or green?
They were red, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, you fried it.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I got some of them, so it was, not completely...
You left the...
I still got full value.
He just lost a fuse, basically, and the fuses are quite valuable.
3 more nights before I start my drive. Yay!
Fun at that convention. I hope you have a great time.
I know I'm going to, especially if Zim and Era are gonna tease the fuck out of me.
Yeah, maybe filled with excitement and wonder and lots of thoughts of fuzzy things and TF.
Of candy, and jam, and ice cream.
Okay, Kurai.
But
Make sure you have plenty of snacks, is what Kurai is reminding you, because you don't want to be going to the con hungry, because they probably charge a lot for the food.
Oh, I don't have any extra funds for food at all or anything.
Return to the master jack.
Do you like peanut butter pretzels?
they are so good.
They're okay.
I'm just imagining.
They're-
Something-
I hit up Costco yesterday to pick up some snacks for this.
Nice.
Well, for mainly my drive, so that I'm not stopping as much to go pick up food. I have 2 containers of peanut butter pretzels,
Let's finish strong.
and then I have 2 8-packs of muffins from Costco.
Oh yeah, Costco muffins are great. I
They
just
are.
had
I
one
do
today.
like
The
Costco
blueberry
muffins.
ones. Mm,
I usually buy them because they're nice and cheap, and then I'll freeze a bunch of them,
that's
and then
That's
they'll
what-
be like my breakfast for like the next 3 weeks.
yeah, I just had one for breakfast today, but I'll eat it so quick. Then I'm like, oh no, I should have had a drink.
I mean, they're so good that you can just like taste the butter and stuff. So I have the triple chocolate and blueberry cream muffins as well. I'm trying to remember if I had anything else snack wise for the drive.
I usually get the blueberry and the apple crumble.
See, now I just imagine someone putting peanut butter pretzels on Paint's nose and him just licking his nose repeatedly. Because that's a mean thing you can do to a dog.
I thought they would have enjoyed that.
Oh, I know. They do enjoy it. It's actually rather funny.
Yeah, I didn't pick up anything else for snacks. Damn. That
Well,
sucks.
you still got a little bit of time.
You should be very careful about what you do to Paint's nose, because if he sneezes, he explodes with fire, acid, ice, electricity, you know.
Didn't
I
know he
got
did
it.
acid. I thought he did fire, lightning, ice, and stones.
So what I'm hearing is when there's a danger, say, "Paint, face that way," and then put some smelling salts under his nose.
It's time to begin your workday.
Oh no, this is to whom it may concern. It is an AoE around him.
Oh. Okay, so what we do
so you
is we
can't go
throw
all-
you in like a grenade as you're charging up the sneeze.
Oh no, I got it. What you do is this is how you invent the paintball gun. You take leather paintball and you cover it in pepper, and then you shoot it in like a cannon at something that you want to not be there. And then Paint will go fetch.
I will also point out that, you know, Paint is sapient.
I find it a fun game.
And he also can just sneeze when he wants to.
Oh, he's one of those dogs.
No,
Yeah.
that's just a trait of African wild dogs. They actually
my-
have
my
a form
dog
of
does that.
democracy that they, as a pack, they will sneeze to indicate agreement with what the pack wants to do.
That is
Hey.
fair. I was just imagining a funny comical situation where Paint was potentially being a tiny bit thick for some reason, so someone had to use him as a weapon.
I don't know if Paint is the same as like
I don't think he
Nova
is.
and Cobalt.
I didn't think so. I was just imagining a fun slapstick humor image in
Yeah.
my head.
He may be a dog of few words, but there's a lot of colorful imagery that goes on in that dog's mind.
I mean, he is literally going to school to be a lawyer.
See, I didn't know that. That's interesting. He's come a long way from his simple farm life.
Okay, I've got the
disadvantage to not
ladies'
being able-
loot. So far, I've killed all the bosses.
Only I could keep up with all the tabletops.
I'm
And
sorry.
I could know.
I just something just popped in my head when I heard Paint was going to be a lawyer. Random person. So you'll be my lawyer? Paint's not answering. Sneezes.
Oh
The
no.
person they're gonna represent dead.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. From what you just heard, it's like you don't want Paint to ever agree with anything that you say, because if you do, you're gonna have a problem with him sneezing to acknowledge you. It's like that game that was like, it was a new party game or something out that was like Repo, where it was with voice chat, and there were certain words that you couldn't say. They were your forbidden words, and each person had different forbidden words.
Phasmophobia?
Not
No.
Phasmophobia. I know what you're talking about though. Somebody
Yeah.
says the forbidden word and I'm just like something happens. Like
Yeah,
they
and the other
explode.
the other people take a heart of damage, or there'll be a word that'll arm or disarm traps, and you have to tell the other players what that word is, but you have to make sure not to say the words that are on their banned list. And I'm just thinking that it's that, but for Paint with I agree. The concept of I agree causes explosion. Oh boy.
I mean, he's very much aware of it and uses it to great effect.
Oh, I'm sure. He's very agreeable and very good at combat.
Oh no, he is very bad at combat. Literally everybody else outdoes him by a long shot.
That is surprising. I feel bad for Paint, but he's a good boy.
Paint deserves a million hugs.
Yeah, I didn't know he was so dangerous to be around, like environmentally dangerous, but his heart is very soft and nice. So I liked him the most out of like feeling safe around other characters, but on the other hand, he is literally a storm on four paws, so yeah.
Applying credit.
At least he won't mean to be mean to you.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Although I bet he'd still bitten Regis.
Depends on what Regis does.
Account credit.
Or Regis
just
would have
gets
tried to scan him. Interesting elemental creature. Has never seen before. Scan.
I don't think he'd care.
Me either. Unless it made him sneeze.
Transferring credit.
No, but Paint is awesome.
Hopefully the bioscanner would pick up what a sneeze would mean in time so that when you noticed him sneezing, you could duck.
We just have to work on our shield technology there. I've got the personal shield that I invented there. You gotta have stuff like that in a laboratory environment when you're working with volatiles. So,
So I do have a question about Paint.
Yes?
And I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I'm just curious of what you're gonna say. Does Paint ever want to learn how to speak?
One moment.
The mirrors run quite quiet.
I hear him just fine.
Okay, I might have to turn him up.
I mean, to be fair, what Paint does is better than speaking, in my
I know,
opinion.
but I'm just curious if he actually wants to learn.
Well, I'm sure he goes chi if you say speak.
Cheat.
Mhm.
See? He knows how to speak. But yeah, uh, like, I don't know, like, why would he want to learn to speak?
He probably doesn't, but I'm just curious if he actually wants to at all.
I guess if someone wanted him to. It's kind of, you know what I think of it as? Like, I don't have
I
perspective
mean,
on it. Yeah?
I mean, it could add credence if there's a point that really needs to be made, speaking it out loud instead of just I don't
Filling your
know.
mind with the actual imagery of the act of stopping. It reminds me of, like, someone trying to learn how to write old-style cursive letters and mailing them out to someone as correspondence instead of using an email.
But I love it when that happens. It feels
Exactly.
so nice.
Yes, because
Sorry, I
our
was talking
version
with
of...
Rex for a moment. What's up?
Well, people were discussing whether or not Paint would actually want to learn to speak in, like, the conventional word way, or if he
Paint knows
would
how.
not. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
The way I saw it, it seems way cooler the way that Paint speaks, because it's so much deeper. It conveys so much more information directly. I don't know, like, who would want to speak if they could do what Paint does?
I mean, there's also
there's
a
more
lot of
to
times where what he's trying to communicate is completely misunderstood.
Really? Aw.
A lot of times where it's misunderstood.
That's surprising to me, because he's kind of conveying he's conveying information in a much higher form. It's like...
Well, I mean, it's basically through creating an artistic image in the person's mind, is it? Zim?
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
image
So
in
the
their mind.
the problem you have with that is that it's open to interpretation.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's like... Okay.
So
I
people,
wasn't
it's
sure
like
that
it's
part.
like how you and me can watch the same TV show and walk away with two completely different interpretations of like the characters.
Mhm. I
That's
guess
the
it
best
would
part about it.
It would require a little bit more time around Paint to learn how he communicates, is what it would boil down to, because...
Yeah,
you think
yes, but
about
that doesn't make it necessarily a better form of communication. It's a different form of communication.
it's a higher density form of communication.
You know, the
also
saying
less-
is a painting is worth 1,000 words, but nobody comes to the same 1,000 words for it.
Is there more than
Yeah.
just sounds? I mean, images? Or is there sound? Is there smells associated with these?
You can include those as well, yes.
But
There you
even those
go.
are open to interpretation. One person may love the smell of waffles, another person may find it unpleasant.
Yeah. It's just such a...
And since it's Paint's interpretation, it'll be what Paint finds a delightful smell or
I
an
guess
unpleasant smell.
it just seems like it would be easier to understand and get to know Paint over a long period of time with something that can communicate like that.
Yes, but not all communication is done with people who know you very in depth. In fact, a lot of your communication is done with people who will never know you beyond the superficial level.
Right, and I guess that's where that communication works a little less effectively, which makes sense because Paint's normally from a group of Fae-type creatures that would spend their whole lives together.
I would say it's not more or less efficient. I would say it's very different.
It seems very awesome and very fun. That's what I say. But who knows? Maybe we'll have a facsimile of it someday with modern technology. Imagine being able to give people just like mental snapshots via like sending a text message. Tell me that wouldn't be cool.
Guru, spend an entire day communicating only through Telegram stickers. No text at all. Then tell me it's better.
He has a point.
To be fair, if I had enough Telegram stickers that I could convey whatever I'm wanting from my mind's eye, then I probably could do that.
Okay, you could also use GIFs and such, but just no actual text.
No text like in the stickers?
No text in the stickers.
About 5 minutes to fill your boots. 5 minutes left. Weaver out.
No text on the GIFs.
Yeah. I'm
The
gonna
mo-
do a hard pass on that personally.
Yeah, that's not, no, I cannot do that. Like, my job will not let me.
Effectively, I am not good enough to be able to do that. I don't have paint skills. Effectively, I would come off as a cheap version of Bumblebee from Transformers if I tried to do that. But that's
Okay.
another example. That's the problem with that one, is you're using other people's symbols to convey your messaging. If I
But
could
it's-
really
Even that-
draw...
It's still, whether it is you or somebody else, it's still that same concept. It doesn't matter if it's somebody else's character there.
Oh, I would give you a profound experience if I could just convey that way, that easily, as just as quickly.
Yes, but it would be your profound experience and would portray how you perceived things, and then Zim would have to experience it through his senses, which are different from yours. So there's actually greater room for a misinterpretation than there is for an accurate interpretation.
And I
Words
guess
are much more efficient at conveying a literal interpretation because they have defined meaning. Our
You're right.
words are solid. We agree on a defined meaning, and if we don't, we can argue semantics until we can reach a uniform agreement on what those words mean. Emotions, more abstract things, these are less defined and much more individual. Only communicating in these is much more tricky and would be much more prone to misinterpretations and misunderstandings.
I think you'd be very creative and very artistic in your efforts if you got used to doing things that way, though. But that's fair.
Correct, but you are still more likely to be misinterpreted than interpreted.
You'd have
Literally, there are so many. Whenever you've got an artist, or literally any furry art, you look in the comments on it, and there are people that just completely miss the mark of the image. In fact, you've done that with some of the art I've sent you, Guru.
Oh.
I've sent you
Okay.
art and you've been like, oh, this is what's going on. I'm like, no, it's this.
That's hard to gauge. I don't know what exact context there was, but I know that I am prone to doing a thing where I will say something deliberately off-key to get a reaction, to provoke conversation and promote discourse, because that's a habit I picked up in my
he's a
life.
pot stirrer. Stop it.
It's how I get people to engage with me a lot of the times, and otherwise you just have like, oh, you understand the thing completely, and then there's no conversation. But if I say something a little bit off, it usually will prompt the people who believe something very differently from that to speak of their passions, and then you hear how they feel about it.
But
That
that's
is a very dangerous game.
that is still against the point of what we're conveying here.
The problem
Like, I
is,
know
I
you're
don't know
saying
your-
this to get that, but the whole
I don't know
you have made
if
the
I didn't get it.
definitive statement that the way paint communicates is simply superior.
It is, in the long term, as a means of communication, I think it would be a more fulfilling way to communicate in the long term, if there weren't the limitations that we have with our modern limitations. He's a magical creature and he can pull it off.
I feel it is a method of emotional portrayal of your intention. It is not a good way to actually convey your literal intention.
No, but it would be a way of speaking in such a way that would form deeper bonds with the people that you'd speak with over a longer period of time. Because they would come to empathize
Never
with
really know exactly what's going on in your head and realize that the whole thing is them looking at a mirror.
Guru?
Because art isn't...
Paint literally only communicates through Telegram stickers. That's how he communicates.
Okay.
That and GIFs and sometimes sounds, but mostly just stickers.
Okay, so that's how you portray him. Fair enough.
No, that's how it works.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you people... Well, yes. But it's still just a sticker.
Like it's a still image of a dog wagging its tail.
Mm-hmm. And that conveys that joy. And imagine if each time that you saw that sticker, it was slightly different. That would convey the different forms of joy and the different intensities of that joy. I mean, it's almost just like having a interaction with a fey creature, and it's cool in its own way.
I still would not argue definitively that it is better, because any interconnection that you form, unfortunately, is just that of it's your interpretations. It's never them actually.
I think.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. You're right. Against complete strangers, you're very much likely to have these huge miscommunications. You'd really have to open your mind to it and, kind of learn to perceive it. It would be like learning a new language in a different way. I don't know. Maybe I'm over-glamorizing it.
I like the power of words too much. Sorry, you're not going to win me over than that.
Oh, I bet I could, Kuroi, if I could convey the imagery.
I know you for sure could not survive, communicating that way. You talk a lot.
I could appreciate it for like maybe a brief moment or two. Like maybe an hour or so, turn brain off just communicating emojis. But for all the time, nah.
Imagine it though, just
hard
people
pass.
Conveying like little clips and videos of the concepts that they want, rather than explaining
hard
like
pass.
We could talk about anime or Doctor Who in ways that I would show you different ways things could have gone down. And
hard pass.
Oh my god.
Big hard pass. Very big hard pass. You mean you could just beam your interpretation of spoilers directly into my brain now, instead of you just saying them and then me getting to go, oh, well, at least I get to see what happens.
Okay, Kuroi.
Oh god, it's just the game. What game was it called? It is literally the game called Mysterium. Oh my god.
Just
Four
imagine.
people.
Yeah. I just like to think idealistically about how Paint would have communicated among the others. What they would all, being fluent speakers of this type of language, just share this information at such a high speed. They'd be.
They're not actually all that way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They all actually speak.
Aww.
The reason why Paint does not talk is because the last time he talked, he got called a demon and then deleted.
I remember hearing the backstory and it made me fucking cry.
I just want to hug that poor little pupper. I thought it was just the way that, I think of, abstract fey creatures sometimes, and I just perceived it as this weird way that it was the abstract fey speaking, and they were beyond the need of words, because animals don't always need words, and yes, they're sentient, but words are a very human thing. So especially when you look into how animals communicate with so many different other like body languages and stuff. So why wouldn't Fae magical creatures?
I
do
mean,
that?
to be fair, Garu, humans communicate a lot with body language as well.
Yes, and some of us aren't so versed at perceiving that, but that's fair.
Well, a lot of your perception, yes, you're right, people aren't always as good at perceiving it, but a lot of body language is interpreted subconsciously.
I mean, those of us who are netizens and always online, we don't have a lot of that, but we get along just fine.
Yes, because we use words instead of just images to communicate.
Exactly, we
Yes.
adapted to a new modality. And I believe the same could be possible with something like what Paint's come up with, but that's fair.
In fact, if anything, our use of emojis and GIFs and memes to communicate to enhance our communication online is actually a testament to just how much non-verbal communication we do use. The fact is that we use them both together to create the interaction.
I guess I just took what Paint did as a fascinating new way of sharing information between different beings, and it was cool. It was alien and yet seemed fun and opening. Because, you know,
I
the
can
whole
I can I can imagine a species that did communicate directly through mental imagery and how they develop. And honestly, I imagine they develop very differently from a set. Like they would form their own society, but it would be rather differently. I'm imagining something more like, the people in robes who share a telepathic society who just, live in that utopian
Do
paradise.
you
I
think
don't
it's
know.
utopian and paradise? Yeah.
Well, more
It is
because
an
they're
ideal.
connected, they have no choice. They have to do that, or the alternative is they just turn into vicious mental monsters that just attack people with nightmarish imagery.
Hello, mind flayers.
Yes.
You're
So
literally
they-
describing mind flayers.
Essentially, they either turn into mind flayers or they turn into the Ood.
There's nothing wrong with the Ood.
No, there is nothing wrong with the Ood, but the Ood, for a sentient species, don't exactly live they basically are cave dwellers, just intentionally so.
Because that's what you see on the outside. Who knows what's going on in between?
Yes, because they all live inside the Ood's mind, and it's essentially their own psychically created paradise that exists inside their minds.
And also the notion as they have their brains on the outside of their bodies, so they're very helpless creatures. They evolved to be extremely pacifistic. I don't know. I liked the idea of what Paint did because it was exotic and it was something I hadn't seen before, and I was like, this is really cool. And so, thanks for making that, because that is a cool experience to perceive. Paint is a really cool character.
Paint is a cool character.
And it is a shame what happened in that farmhouse.
Well, it wasn't in the farmhouse. It was when he went to town.
Yeah. Billy clerics.
So it was basically the Mashell experience, just with a much sadder ending.
Yeah, kind of.
And yeah, kind of. It was more he did something he wasn't supposed to protect someone who needed help, and then because he did that, then that's abhorrent from our society, so we must purge it from our reality. And I think Paint needs more people who are
Mashell
just
wanted to just get cream puffs for his dad, but fair.
Yeah, well, it was more. I guess you're right. It was more about what Mashell was, and less about what Mashell did. Whereas with Paint, Paint would have just been a conventional animal, but he showed what he was, and that's what set everyone off. And like I said, Paint just deserves more people that appreciate him and are willing to experience what he is as he is.
Of course, you be good to good beats.
He's definitely up there on one of my favorite Zim characters lists, but that's also because I don't know half of Zim's characters. Like, I don't know how the kobold was, I don't know about the professor, or much about Nim other than he's the world's best chef. I know that Neves conquers everything, and I know that, Asher is ambitious. And a little bit full of childlike glee.
That is certainly a way to describe Asher.
Yes, I figured it would be a good way to describe him.
I did not say
I can't
good.
think
I just said a way.
Well, I didn't want to go out and say, like, he kind of scares me.
That is
Wow.
a method of all time to describe Asher.
I can't even say that he means well, because I don't know if he means well. But I know he's ambitious. I don't know him well enough.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
But I also don't know Squirrel that much either. I know that he'd probably make the best metal crafts if there was ever a competition to make like metal art.
Registered. Transferring credits.
And he'd probably love to talk about blacksmithing and making stuff. What else
Actually,
did I know?
Squirrel's rather quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of friends.
Well, as Maury doesn't really do much in the way of talking, period.
Salvage secured.
He is
okay.
quite happy to be just quiet,
Valuable object.
doing his thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I don't know enough of about all of your characters.
Registered.
But they're cool. And Paints is the one that's just, you know, he's the good boy of them all. And then, you know, you have Furvis. And Furvis is fun. But,
I agree, Gib Gab.
yes? Gab, what did she say?
Credit applied.
Oh,
Processor deposit accepted.
thanks.
Credits awarded.
I don't know if that's you complimenting me or giving me a backwards compliment, but thanks.
Possibly a bit of both.
I don't
very
think it's
much.
a compliment. I think it's a heads up.
A heads up, it could have been that. It could have also been like the, the bless your heart. Well, aren't you precious?
I think Garu has. I appreciate Garu's takes too. I don't necessarily agree with them, but I appreciate them greatly.
What are your takes, Kurai?
Oh my god, Gib Gab.
I don't have any right now, please.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'll stand out front and take the social damage.
What? I don't comment on things I don't know much about. So I don't get to watch these ones, so I'm not going to comment.
I love that.
So, we got Paint. Having to transmit your message in abstract ways and attempting to be understood is a struggle, even with those closest to you. No matter how much you express yourself, we're all different and will interpret abstract messages differently. Meanwhile, Guru. Wow! Cool communication method! Mental and emotional emoji and stickers!
I didn't really know that you Paint had trouble communicating with the people closest to him. I figured you'd have trouble communicating to those farther from him, but
Oh
that's
no.
interesting.
There have been many times where I have had to make a roll to see if Paint would stick to his no talking thing, or if he would finally actually talk, because they were not getting what he was trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like you just have to slow down and sit there and watch the expression on the doggo.
So it
And
would be
just,
slower.
well, once you get started, you could get things going. But yeah, it's almost like speaking in a different language.
Pet.
But it's better once you finally are on that same wavelength and you're talking. But yeah,
I don't
imagine
know.
everyone having.
I feel like having, as someone who struggles with a condition that creates a neurological, creates a communication barrier between me and other people, I feel like being forced to speaking a completely different language from literally everyone else around me would be horrible.
5-minute warning, Cutter. 5 minutes.
So, also, in my point of life, where I legitimately, for my job, I have to communicate with people and they have to understand me. I try to do that. I'd be fired on day one.
Yes, you have standards that must be followed, the strict regimen that this must be said this way.
I will grant you one thing. For communicating simple things, yes. How Paint does it is better. However, how often like this entire conversation, could you imagine this being attempted to be done via emojis?
There's only one
Yeah.
answer.
Sure.
And that's
you
the
know,
emoji hand being crossed. No.
Yeah. Like, sure, you're right. If I send you a happy wag sticker, yeah, you know that is a happy wag. That's all you got.
Well, then you add more detail.
I
it's
add
also like,
more
how
stickers and
how
hope that
easy
you
is it?
put them together.
Or sticker overlays. You have the happy wag with, you know, the dog next to you with rain
Also-
falling all
also-
around, but not on you.
Also, imagine how painfully hard it would be to trust something that only communicated that way to you.
I think you'd have to take that leap
Well,
of faith to trust them to get to the
Because
point where you truly
how
understand.
easy is it for you to just send a smiley face, or even when you're having a shitty day or not liking something, just to avoid an uncomfortable conversation at that time?
That's an interesting
Totally
thought.
100% not guilty of that a lot.
That's an interesting question. Could someone actually detect the sincerity of an image? Would the smiley face look kind of AI generated if it didn't come from the heart?
No,
I mean,
it would.
ask a commissioned artist if they put as much, if they really feel, what they look like they portray in every single one of their drawings. I can guarantee for some of them they'll say no, not really.
For
then when you
most of
actually
them, you're
install-
going to get an answer of, "No, I'm depressed as hell."
I'm dead on the inside.
Aren't they pursuing that to escape the reality, and the image is a way to break away from that terrible?
Well, that's when they're
image.
getting paid to draw something that, is their escapism. But it's like, what people pay you to draw and what is actually what you want to draw might be two polar opposite things.
Right, in which case you'll get an image that will not quite be the same as something that the artist is truly passionate about. You get a TF artist to draw, like, I don't know, a bowl of fruit on a table, and you're going to get a very vapid bowl of fruit.
Yes, TF artist. I would like to commission one Humanoid!
I want to point out as well that how you're handling it is just like, oh yeah, I'd love to do this. No, you could also do it where it's just,
1 minute left till the end of the line, Cutter.
hey, I know you're a new artist and everything. You haven't decided what you want to do. I want you to draw me Furry. And just watch them descend into madness. That is what I'm starting to understand from this.
What?
I'm confused.
I mean,
I'll-
I guess take a novice writer who's probably not the biggest fairy, and they're like, I don't care what to draw. I'll draw anything as long as someone gives me some money. I'll draw it. Okay, draw fairy porn. Okay, opens up E41. Oh, there's a rabbit hole.
You weren't even being symbolic. Yeah, I'm confused too. I guess this is how paint feels when there's people trying to talk through images, because this is not making much sense. But yes, I imagine that you might be able to, the more you know the artist, you'd be able to pick up on things through their art, because ultimately it is a conveyance of their feelings, their thoughts, their expressions. The way they draw that smiley face, it may look rushed. It may look too perfect, especially if you know them. They might not put that same level of detail into the environment of them being there because they weren't really trying to be in that moment. They were just doing a copy of something they'd seen before.
Haru, you're missing the whole point of the two sides of the point of the purposes of artistry. There are two sides of artistry that it represents. It represents our ability to both mirror and create a visage.
And the visage often represents
A
the
convincing visage is the sign of a good artist.
yes, because it's
Showing
usually an
your same
expression.
level of enthusiasm or expression that you can into something you love and something you hate is something that artists develop over time.
Really? Okay. I always thought of it as just full-heartedly embracing something as an escape from what your current is, and being in that moment as that symbol beside yourself, instead of
It depends
feeling
on the
what you're
purpose.
feeling.
It depends on your purpose for drawing in that point.
I guess everyone draws for different reasons, and I guess, you know what would be interesting is with this language, every type of person would speak it differently. The way paint speaks this way would be very different than someone else, potentially, unless they spent a lot of time together. And honestly, just from a pseudo-linguistics perspective, it is fascinating, but you're right.
It's certainly,
Oh,
it's
this
certainly a
is
fascinating way of
lame.
communicating. Oh, damn. Is it stuck?
It's stuck on there.
Try
Time
just,
to get out
and
the
you can't
bandsaw.
grab it at all, like even if you just hold it and hold it still?
No, it's where it auto-generated, the game has decided that it is attached to this piece permanently.
Time to get out the bandsaw.
Is it worth it?
This is 180,000. This is 212,000. They're both pretty valuable.
Yeah, I mean, you could sacrifice a little bit of the door and still get the hard drive.
What?
You could sacrifice a bit of the door. So you could sacrifice a bit of the door and still get the thingy, the hoist. You could cut it.
Except that this goes in.
3.
Yeah. Do the demo charges work on that?
No, thermal charges the cut strength 2. I don't know why there is 4 and 5. It's unless you can upgrade them to cut stronger.
No.
Well, this was a great talk, but I gotta go eat dinner.
Okay, my love. Have a good feed.
Transferring credits.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, but before you go,
Material is
communicate that, but only in stickers and emojis.
Okay. So you see this like Alexa device that's
No,
blaring.
those are words.
Oh.
Have a good dinner, Guru.
Good night. Oh no, I'll see you in a bit.
deposit accepted.
Has he left but like stayed in voice?
Credits awarded.
I think I short-circuited him.
I think maybe his Alexa was ringing and is currently on an Alexa call.
Or he's
Oh.
looking for the right thing.
Yeah, he made a gif of a shouting face screaming at an Alexa with a confused, like, exhausted symbol above its head. So yeah, he's on an Alexa call.
But why
Now
does the
it's a
burger
jumping,
have
running man
legs?
chasing cheeseburgers with legs, and the burgers are running away. Okay, so
Okay,
he's-
hold on. So we're gonna bring this up on stream here. So these are what we have been sent.
Oh my god, the fuck.
All right, so we first off have this.
Oh.
So by this, we obviously do have the guy shouting. However, apparently the Alexa itself is annoyed because of the little swirl above it. Either that or it's generating a tornado, but that's unlikely. But it does have that rather characteristic, little annoyed swirl thing. So, apparently the Alexa is annoyed. Now, then the second thing here. The second thing. Oh, somebody got TF'd into an Alexa. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That would be an awful TF. So now we've got a guy jumping or running after a burger with legs.
Oh my god.
with another burger upside down on top of it.
No, well, I mean, maybe. It does look like multiple burgers. So why is it multiple burgers? And why do they have legs? Like, does he have to chase down his dinner? Is he hunting a burger?
Did the burger steal his wallet? Is that his onions and cheese between the two burgers?
To be fair, I thought he was gonna be like hunting the burger or anything. No, he's just fucking run flying after the burger.
But legit, if we had just been sent this without Guru having said that, I would be so fucking confused by this.
Right?
I'm just dying looking at this.
Right. Turai, would you have understood that?
Yes. So your mother's annoyed at you on an Alexa call. There's food downstairs that you have to run off to buy.
So if you know someone, you can actually communicate information
Okay,
better with
but-
images.
But there's
So your boyfriend understands you.
yeah.
Exactly, because I spent a long time, and you could learn to get to know that language.
How-
That's a proof in case in point.
However,
Because
there is also there's the problem of a lack of control here, because yes, Kuroi is saying that, but we don't know for sure that he would have thought that without you having said it in the first place.
Also, I
Also-
lack of control from the images. I can't just paste what's from my
Oh.
mind, or I would have had something really
Oh, oh.
extravagant for y'all.
Also, we got to know each other over such a long time because we use these things called words.
Oh, Kuroi, the imagery I put in your mind sometimes far exceeds my ability with mere words. But
And how do you put those into my mind? With your
most effective media at this
words.
time.
God.
Honestly.
Okay. I'm
Go
sorry.
get your
I have-
food. Go get your food.
It was a great time with y'all, though. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care.
Bye.
I'm not
Take
sure
care.
if I should be apologizing or like, oh, this is a cool conversation. Because this all started with like, does Paint know how to talk? Or want to learn how to talk? That's how this all started.
I mean, personally, I thought this was a great conversation.
I did too. I had fun with it. And there, we got it separated. So the demo charge did work on that.
Oh, good. I'm glad it did. So the demo charge must get stronger with upgrades then. Because where I'm at, it can only cut tier 2.
We're gonna cut on the bottom.
There is just no way.
Oh.
If it was me who had to decode that shit, I would have not have gotten it.
Oh, me neither.
I'm pretty sure most people would not have.
Because I understand image only because of what he said before.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I would have gotten it, but that's because around this time he's always yelling in his Alexa because his mum's calling him to tell him to come get dinner before it gets cold.
Yeah, but that's only because prior experience with him using his words.
Yep. You'll never
cool.
convince me about something other than you'll never be able to diminish the power of words with me. I literally write.
Master,
Yes?
Eris said they're about ready.
Oh, okay.
Just want to get that informed to you, that's all.
Ren over here so excited to be rid of me.
No! That's not. Gah!
Era, I will come by in like 8 minutes when I'm done with this shift.
Wow, Ren, I can't believe it.
So I learned that your oxygen tank doesn't need to have the full upgrades to last your whole shift.
Correct.
So I'm assuming the additional ones above that are just in case your helmet gets cracked.
Basically, yeah.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Question: have you ever tried yanking a reactor without disengaging the fuel? Without disengaging the coolant?
Yes.
I have not. How long do you have before it goes boom?
So the way it works is you have it's the 3 parts. So if you disconnect the coolant but not the power generator, you lose a third of the time. If you disconnect the both the if you disconnect nothing, you have only a third of the time. If you disconnect one, you have 2/3. You know, I don't know exactly how long it is, but you know.
Oh, so the main reason you want to fully disconnect it then is so that you can get all your salvage without bricking any of it.
It's mostly so you can get, you have the most time. Because it does not seem to actually reduce the amount of value you get out of it.
I know if you don't disconnect the coolant, you get a coolant leak, and then you can't salvage the coolant.
Well, yeah, there's a difference between something else breaking, which obviously if you don't disconnect things properly, then yeah, you're going to have a higher chance of things breaking. But that is still a different situation than... It's separate from the reactor.
That's fair. That's like how, you know, causing an explosive decompression isn't the problem. No, but causing the explosive decompression that causes the fuel tank to fly across the room and hit the atmosphere that explode and take out half of the ship, that kind of is a different story.
Yes.
This is the only part I cannot work out how to salvage without destroying a ship, without destroying a heap of it. Oh, that's how. Okay.
What's up?
Removing the coolant pipe on both sides is something I've never been able to work out how to do.
Oh, yeah. They've got a very thin little strip that you can grab. Or that you can cut. You're still losing out on salvage, but nowhere near as much.
I hate throwing away the long pipes. They're so annoying and they get stuck sometimes. This one might get stuck on the furnace going in.
Yeah, it's kind of dragging a lot with it. Let's go and do away with the tether for now. Because that whole bridge goes in the processor itself anyways, so let's just disconnect the bridge. And we're gonna go with that to there. And then that to... Oh, okay, that works. Actually, never mind, it does not. It is stuck.
Yep, so I found to get it, if you can't get it out by pulling it, you might have to go almost into the furnace and, like, push it out.
Seda.
Seda. Seda.
Seda, come, they don't wanna go home. Is it stuck on something else?
It is. And it annoys me.
It's slowly pulling it away. No!
Apparently, it is considering all of that's still connected despite me cutting the piece.
This thing's generated kind of funky.
Yes,
Hello.
yes
Oh,
it is.
You've pulled all the panels out? Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Seda.
Hello.
Hi, Seda.
Sadly,
Seda.
you have come right as I was about to go. Like 2 minutes or so, I'm headed off to tabletop, but good to see you.
2 minutes and 10, 9,
Oh, I shall make-
8, 7.
I guess it's time for me to make my presence known for 2 minutes.
Hmm.
By just vibing.
He's just vibing there. Cutely!
Faster and faster and faster. Did he get some of Barnaby's sugar?
What?
He's vibing. Barnaby
No.
sugar.
No, I'm just here to confuse Ren on what happened in Wild Traditions last night.
Oh.
Why?
Oh yeah, the new character's great.
What?
Mm. They're cool.
Don't worry about it.
What about it?
Talk about the presentation.
We're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this ship.
It was a good time, even though Ren didn't want to come.
Salvage is destroyed. Please revisit your training.
How could you not want to go, Ren?
Yeah, I work hard on these, but Ren just doesn't seem to like them.
He's just blowing out his mic there.
Object processed. Credits awarded.
I didn't actually catch what he said.
I didn't either. He did the squeak too hard. Well, thank you for the lurk, Duwong.
I'm so excited to share my housemate with Michelle today. I'm like, he's gonna love it.
Okay, we're gonna take a little bit longer and just finish this up real fast. It is literally like 5 minutes.
Morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
I just want to toss it all into the spots and go end.
Yeah. That moment, that it always seems to be that you just run out of a shift just when you're like, okay, this all just needs to be dumped into the furnace now. It's like,
Yeah.
but I have literally no time and this thing moves slowly.
Uh-huh. It's done. It just... Urgh.
It's done, it just needs to move. But, you know, you always have to make sure there's at least enough salvage there for it to be, you know, worth the new shift, in my opinion.
Thankfully it is.
Yeah.
Like, there's 3
Sometimes
mil
it's a nice-
left here still, so...
Yeah, that's a nice hunk of metal still there.
Yeah.
Usually this is the most, I find probably one of the most densely packed profits. Is this, and when you salvage the reactor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, crap.
Oh gosh, I remember actually like seeing like I want to say Sabin play a while back and like taking those like ships that have like the containers on them
Oh, those are fun.
and just going in there with a bunch of tethers, dropping everything off, and in like a single shift just getting
No!
Credits deposited.
No!
Oh no! No!
Oh, you see, it's out some of it.
No. Nope. It's
Oh,
gone.
forget it. Just let the dragon have the rest.
Yeah. When I got my pipe stuck, I actually had to get into the furnace and like boop it out. It was very scary.
Penalty has been applied.
I swear the gravitational pull of that fucking furnace is way too strong.
Yeah, you have to hold control. Or you get sucked right in.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit transferred.
But hey, still enough to
Credit applied.
actually finish this with good money at least.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Of all the things you could have lost that were valuable, you lost the least valuable thing.
Yeah. Like, I forgot that I still have all these atmosphere regulators in here.
Applying credit.
They're deceptively valuable when you gather them up.
They really are.
Salvage secured.
Because it's like, that's one of the things I've noticed. It's like, each little bit of this furniture doesn't get me much. But if I spend my whole shift gathering, if I spend a couple of shifts just gathering furniture, I will make like 4 of the objective goals. I'm just like, okay, so yeah, it doesn't feel like much per item, but it adds up.
Secured. Credit deposited.
It's the wondrous thing about this game.
Everything very slowly adds up.
Yeah. What do you want for dinner? Waffles.
Oh, that sounds good right now. I really want waffles now. Thank you, Master.
But Ren, that's flavor.
Yes?
You're allergic to flavor.
I am not allergic to flavor!
And the required, and just to make sure, you are talking about having it cooked, right? Not just
Yes!
the waffle batter.
Yes!
I know you like to eat things uncooked, so I
Ah!
have to
Although,
make
to
sure.
be honest, I have licked the bowl after waffle batter has been made, and it was tasty.
No, you shouldn't do that. And why, right?
I mean, yeah,
Material deposited.
but it didn't stop me from doing it when I was a kid.
Okay.
I can feel Master's disappointment right now.
What, you never licked cake batter off the beaters when you're a kid? Because you're not supposed to do that for the exact same reasons.
No, because my mom never cooked waffles.
I mean, I said cake, but
Well, my mom never make cake either.
fair enough.
Alright, took a slight bit longer. Like a minute longer than I thought, but still.
The other one is eat cookie dough.
Oh, cookie dough is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep, well, you're not supposed to eat that either. Same reason.
Thank you everybody for joining us today for Hardspace Shipbreaker. It is, Thank you everybody for joining us. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking out packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Hydrate.
Bye.